I don't know if you found yourself with this kind of matter. As a Starsector player, if you are one, you surely have. We all have our playstyles. Some like to be a linchpin of their fleet, some like to simply be a part of it, helping with their skills, others just solo everything, needing no fleet. Others like to control the fleet, giving orders, while I like to send ships to fight, and if they get destroyed I send more, and if those get destroyed I don't win. People play with their favorite tech, with their favorite type of weapon style, be it energy, missile or ballistics, and players also play with their favorite factions, be it Hegemony, Tritachon, Personal League, Glorious Sinjran Diktat or Ludic Church. This of course also is the case if it comes to mods. There are Iron Shell Shills, United Auroran Federation Simps, and true Masurian Navy Patriots. Yet this video from your humble steel merchant isn't about those factions we play with, oh no, it's about a faction a little bit different than that. I realized that no matter what kind of modded playthrough I do, I always find myself getting one of modded factions. And there's nothing strange or interesting about it, we all have our favorite Eaters of Ram after all. Yet this faction is one I never play with. I never use their ships, I never commission myself with or ally them. They just exist and do their thing. I fight against them or support them from time to time, but never am I, their member. So it may seem if I simply disabled this mod nothing will change. But no, it would. It definitely would. As I find myself, or rather find my sector empty without this faction, although it may seem completely full, and this faction seemingly not needed. Still, it fills up a place no other faction does. This faction is the Reparations Society from the mod Legacy of Arkgneisis. Honestly, as you may know if you are a long-time subscriber, although my channel doesn't exist long enough for anyone to be a long-time subscriber. Anyway, if you watched enough of my videos, you surely know that I'm dyslexic Polish man who decided to make a YouTube channel in English. A great choice, right? I struggle with words, and one of the reasons I waited with doing a video on Legacy of Arkgneisis was its freaking name. I don't know how to read it at all, but now I think I got it. Yeah, I think so. Returning to the main topic. Reparations Society is a pirate or ludic path-like faction, so they are raiders who create hidden bases around the fringes of the sector. What makes them different is that they are the faction closest to fully mercenary faction. In a way, they are the only legal raiding faction, although only legal according to those who are employing them at the moment. And this is their gimmick, their mechanic. Reparations Society is a mercenary faction, a faction of privateers. They support those who paid them the most, and they do so no matter if their employers are in open conflict with the ones they pay to attack or not. As long as money flows, they will engage those they are paid to attack. But if the money stops, the attacks of course stop. Yet, if the enemy suddenly pays more than the employers, what do you mean enemies pay more than employers? They never do. It's strange, however, that our employers change so often. Yeah, that's a bit weird. So let's say you are a trader of Personal League. You find yourself traveling to Beatties. Your faction at the moment isn't hostile with the Ludic Church, but they aren't in love with them either. You ain't gonna be attacked. Yet the church doesn't want your kind in. Suddenly the Reparations Society attacks you on the way. The League is hostile to them, but it weren't. Someone bought them. It must have been the church, but you can't prove it yet. Yet, when the world opens fully and Reparations Society follows the church's fleet supporting them, cards are revealed. Then suddenly Reparations Society attacks the church? What happened? Well, the League paid them, but they actually didn't, so what happened? You'll feel it, my man. Could you pay the society to attack the church? I will give you more Pegasuses turned into executors. I got you, homie. So they are real mercenaries. real pirates, and this is how I would like, for example, the independent mercenaries to work in vanilla. Let's say you go to Nova Maxius, you speak with someone there and hire independent mercenaries to do some job for you. Something akin to bribing Tritonian mercenary fleets to attack them instead, but this will be an option available outside the colony crisis. High reputation with independence would give us access to legal mercenaries, while high reputation with pirates to those illegal ones. Reparations Society is similar to Ludic Path because they make hidden markets, yes, but also because of another reason. Ludic Path is an oxymoron, a militant radical form of Ludic faith. That in itself is a violation of Ludic faith. Reparations Society began as an anti-war gathering of people during the expansion years of the domain, yet at the time after the collapse, it has turned into a machine fueled by war and in turn fueling it. They start wars at behest of other factions, join wars, continue them, basically support wars in all possible ways, as long as they are paid. Pirates, Luddites, they both have hidden markets. Reparations Society is the same, however, they go to the extreme with this. Their main market is a hidden, ever flying through hyperspace ship. It's not only the main hub of society, but it's also a home to millions. Players must find it by themselves or be given coordinates after reaching positive relations with the society. This isn't as hard as with Pirates or Ludic Path, and unlike Pirates and Pathers, ships of society don't suck, although they aren't the strongest. Their ships are more of glass cannons. I think I dare to call them a combination of high-tech and midline. Midline if it comes to their shields, and mobility, and high-tech if it comes to their weapons. Tech of society therefore I think is somewhere between midline and high-tech. Like I said, I haven't used their ships much, but those times I fought against them or alongside them, I saw those ships were fun, but I only ever took control over one of their ships. No matter if you are a fan of small ships or large ships, high-tech, midline or low-tech, you will always find yourself interested in capital ships. This may be because, like me, big must be strong, or you are smarter and actually want to learn about those capital ships to learn how to destroy them, be it with your capital or smaller ships. Aleister class battlecruiser, a Star Destroyer looking ship. It's the only one I ever used. I used it for its siege cannon, although I think it's quite underpowered, I still love it when it works. And yes, being underpowered, most mods are overpowered as fuck. That's just normal for Starsector mods, yet here and there Starsector has underpowered mods. I feel like ships from this mod are weaker than counterparts from other mods, well, definitively, but also some vanilla ships. Not all, of course. I feel it's the case because this fleet of society simply doesn't work for my playstyle. I think that's it. At the same time, this is fine. The society having underpowered ships makes sense. They aren't a faction that's made for open conflict, for invasions, war of attrition or great battles. They hit and run, attack separated targets, raid convoys, and support more battle-oriented factions. Therefore I think their power is balanced. Perfect? I don't think so, but I think it is indeed balanced. One more thing that makes me always have this faction mode enabled is that somehow, I don't know why, I'm never hostile to them. Never. It never happens. I don't know why. I begin a new campaign, I close my eyes, bang. I'm on good relations with them. I ally someone in Nexeralin, bang. 1 second later, society asks to join the alliance. They for some reason love me, and I appreciate that, so I try to love them in return. Hey, if they love someone, they must hate someone, so do they hate you? What's your opinion about this mode? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Please tell me in the comments, and like and subscribe this video if you feel like it. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Goodbye.